I really love what NBC Peacock has done, using Movable Ink, using
That's a great story.
mParticle. Yeah, it's a great story, and Braze together to create this incredibly hyper-personalized experience for customers using a mix of aggregate and customer-specific behavior. And, taking this campaign, initiative, creative, from a goal and from a just clear-cut objective that they had. Peacock was launched during the streaming wars, and they had pretty aggressive goals to keep up with all of these other players in the space. And what we've learned, what we've talked about, is you got to build trust, you got to build personalization right off the bat, or you're going to lose that customer. So Peacock needed this customer engagement strategy built for every customer lifecycle. So what they were able to do in this campaign, first couple days following sign up, they receive an email. It's an onboarding flow, so a journey that we set up, day in, day out for brands. And it had the most popular content across subscribers. So a little bit of social proof, like what are your peers watching, what's out there, what's trending. But it was also mixed with genre specific content based on your first title that you watched. So Michelle, if you're in there, you're watching dramas, we're going to recommend you, the right content to show. If I literally just downloaded Peacock to watch Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, that's a real story. I'm going to send more Bravo content and more of these reality shows to keep me active, to keep, churn down across the board. And on the other end of that life cycle, if we are at a risk of churn, Peacock sends this win back campaign after 30 days of inactivity or so. And they're delivering messages personalized to that recommendation engine. So what they're doing is they're using their Martech incredibly intelligently, using internal APIs they have, using data that comes from mParticle. Braze is the orchestration, and Movable Ink is the content that gets you there. And what I love about campaigns like this is all the data is there, all of the creative is lock and key, but there was results from this as well, right? And it showed value upstream. So this campaign lifted viewership activity by 10%. The win back campaign boosted renewals by 18%. And what I'm excited about is we're not going to be thinking about this in a channel siloed way. So now Peacock is thinking about, well, we've got a lot of folks that are streaming on the app. How do we bring this content into an onboarding flow for push notifications? So that's something that we're currently working on. But I love the campaign. I love that it's an mParticle one as well. It's such a great story. And it comes from this notion that we have data, we can use it, and we can use data in a way to combat churn, get to our goals that we're looking for to keep up in this aggressive market.
It seems so straightforward too.
Yeah.
Right? Great. They sent a couple
emails. Those are the best
emails.
campaigns. Those are the best campaigns. Like, great,
but like
we should be doing this.
But underneath the hood, you're kind of looking at it like a very sophisticated engine 100%. Where every step of the way, the data had to be trusted.
Yeah.
Because if they messed it up, one of those steps, like the win back campaign, and someone's like, I just downloaded it. Like that would be really wonky and probably just, jarring to a customer. But that's the underlying engine, is that they've been able to trust it. And I think that really gives confidence to those marketers, to those product folks, the engineers who are like, okay, we've got opt-ins, we know the data's enriched, we know it's the right people, okay, go, right? Yeah. And I think that's continuing going to be a challenge. That's great to see Peacock feeling they can do that. And huge audiences. These are not small audiences with Peacock. These are gigantic.